Welcome to Clog Sports, your ultimate and number one sports show in the nation. My name is Nanaya Osari. As always, it's a pleasure to come to your homes, your phones, your screen, whatever device you're watching with, to bring you the best in the world of sports. I'm here together. I'm serenaded in good company. I'm here with sporting royalty. I'm talking about the guys who are the upper echelons, kicking it, boxing it when it comes to sports in Ghana. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about none other than the landlord of Ghana football, Isaac Opoku, and the champion of champions, champion Benito. We are here in the studio, and it's a very, very good one. Guys,
yes, sir. Yes,
fantastic,
yes,
wonderful Wednesday.
That's fine. That's sure. Yes, sir. We are up in grade for us. We usually say, all glory goes to God for
who is still the greatest.
Exactly. So we are back again.
Yes,
we are back again.
So on this note, on Friday, if you are actually a regular viewer of the show, on Friday we are in the studios and Benito and landlord were talking about the loyalty brotherhood, the loyalty brothers and their meetings. So we'll kickstart on this particular one. Did the meeting happen? Did it actually happen just as you purported? You mentioned that there was going to be a meeting of loyalty brothers, and you mentioned that you were going to initiate another member of the loyalty brotherhood. Did that member show up? What happened? Just by the way, before we kickstart.
Well, no, thank you very much. As you said earlier,
the floor is for you, my brother.
Thank you, my brother.
Flow for me.
We met right after the show. We were able to meet.
Where did you meet at? A coded location?
It was a coded, but maybe today, before the end of the show, we just tell the people where we normally meet. We were able to meet, and we have a very nice discussion, and it was very interesting. So that I think by the power invested in me, I think we're going to launch it. So we want to invite people to come and join us.
I thought it was like a coded group.
So initially when we met on Friday, we thought we just want to be open it.
Exactly.
Because now we want people will be thinking, so we'll talk about loyalty.
When you see the seriousness on his face, you think they
No, but what he's talking about is real. There is no in quote jokes around this thing. And then on that faithful day, unfortunately, I couldn't join physically. But I was with them via phone because of that. All important. Yes, it
so
was.
Loyalty brother. The meeting. There's a meeting of. So I'm also getting the impression a very beautiful lady actually just texted. She's saying that can sisters also join?
No, until further notice. Yes,
if I should tell you the name of that lady, I'm sure you'll open up for her.
No, but then as of now, we are only initiating boys. Because it is as though men. Yes, I should say it that way. Because we are all men. But then, so if you are a lady and you want to join, wait until
they can become affiliate members. They just want to join in your meetings.
Sure,
to spice it up. The lady that is asking is called Melissa.
No problem. But then tell that lady that on train until say leaders never call for the executive meeting. Exactly.
My producer too, who is one of the executives of the Loyalty Brotherhood, says that they can have friends of Loyalty Brothers.
Yes, we can have friends of Loyalty Brothers. Friends of
Loyalty Brothers.
Yes, but for us to adding female or ladies, you can call ordinary congress in the right after. We didn't come here to play.
We aren't joking. We are serious. No. This is how these people started. This East Legon Executive Clubs. This is how they started. So we've pictured ourselves in the next 10 years or 20 years. As time goes on, this is what we are going to do. And if you join our meeting and now, it will be very wonderful for you joining it. Like we are having so much memories. So
but do you pay dues?
We are yet to,
When did you dues? I want to elect.
So relax. So when we had the first meeting this year, last week Friday, we put so many things together. So we are going for Congress. That's why we are going to elect the patron. The patron we have our patron already.
Just that it's yet to be announced.
Yes,
exactly.
So as time goes on, we will have them on the show to adore them so for everyone. And my birthday match will be the day with all the Loyalty Brothers on the 2nd. You see all the Loyalty Brothers.
You are surely going to see all the Loyalty Brothers on the 2nd of April, but who we are going to see now on this particular show is in-depth discussions and concerning the Ghana Premier League, concerning a crowd of folk who have not scored in 4 home games in the Ghana Premier League continuously. This is the second time that this is happening in 6 years, and this prompts questions to their form and whether they are actually title chasers or it's just but a dream. We'll be talking about that and many more on Clog Sports, your ultimate and number one sports show. We're also traveling to Europe, where we'll be talking about the UEFA Champions League. Yesterday, FC Barcelona went to St. James's Park to play against Newcastle United. We have the highlights, the results, the fixtures, all happening here on Clog Sports, your ultimate and number one sports show in the nation. Guys, so we'll start on the Ghana Premier League note, and we'll start with Accra Hearts of Oak. Yeah. It seems as though when they are on their home turf, they just cannot score goals. What's happening?
Nana, thank you very much. Let's greet our people watching this live on Facebook and also Clog TV. We are always grateful for the feedback and the outcome they give us. Nana, this Hearts of Oak issue, I don't want to go into deep. I don't know if Benito will talk more about it. For me, I'm not surprised. I told you, sir, from the start of the show, we had our flyers being posted on our social media page, say, why in the Belgian League? And I said boldly that Hearts of Oak will be lifting the trophy. But there's a saying in our local dialect, say, Kwasia and then Sanadrian. I've already changed my mind about that decision that I took. Per what I've seen previous matches. I sat and I said the match that they played against Kumasi Asante Kotoko, they did won that match just to please their fans and to make their fans very happy. Say, they are there. Banana, after beating Kumasi Asante Kotoko, watching them like 3 matches on the road, I could see clearly, said, Nana, 1, we need a typical striker in our team. 2, we need someone who's going to control the ball very well.
When you say we, you're talking about yourself as a Hearts of Oak fan.
Yeah. This time I'm putting myself in being a Hearts of Oak fan. We need a controller in the team. We have the defenders, we have the midfielders, but these are the 2 things we need in the team. Right? And the team is not ready to compete in Africa. That's why they are playing like that. Last week Sunday at Legon Sports UG, Nana, it was really bad. Although the team were down by 10, Kevin says he had a red card, but still they were playing. And they're not playing normal playing there. When Asari give the balls to Ali Mohammed or the Marafia Ponsa, you will see Mbeji anymore. It doesn't move forward to the striker. So for me personally, I think the team is not ready to compete in Africa. That's why they are playing like that. And then a quick one on something that I've seen. Some of the supporters are calling for the sack of Coach Masuziri Dramani. Nana, I'm saying on this great national television, say, if Hearts of Oak sack Didi Dramani today, they are done. Nana, before Benito comes in, let me give you some breakdown. Check Didi Dramani very well. If you give him like 5 or 6 years, he will transform the team. Give him the necessary things that he need. Get him a typical striker. Get him a bowler. Get him like the ingredients that he needs to cook for Accra Hearts of Oak. He will do it. So what Hearts of Oak management has to do right now is give this man a long-term project, a long-term contract for him to perform. I thought when Coach Samobodu came in, that was what they were supposed to do to him, but backbiting and the cover away nearby. So for me personally, now, anytime we want to talk about this Hearts of Oak issues, and I feel like the team is not ready to compete in Africa. Because Nana, if the team is ready, I look at the league table right now. Over the weekend, Kotoko lost, Mediama lost, Ghost out drew. It's a Hearts of Oak really, Calgary will be like 2 points or 3 points away from the first position. After beating Kumasi Asante Kotoko, they've not won a match. They've not even scored a goal after beating Kumasi Asante Kotoko. So it means that there's something or there's a problem somewhere.
Benito.
Yes, sir.
To put things into context,
Hearts of Oak
have scored since October last year. They're talking about October of last year. When you count the total number of goals that Accra Hearts of Oak have scored, October being how many months ago? We are into the third month of this year.
So
being 6 months ago.
Yeah.
When it comes to the league goals that Accra Hearts of Oak have scored, they are not more than 10. Not more than 10 league goals club. For a continental club. Since October last year, this is a serious issue. Now, coupling this with the transfer ban that Accra Hearts of Oak has, Now they cannot sign players, they cannot register new players to the league. What is then to be done?
Yes, as usual, a very good afternoon to our viewers and then to our production team. They've been awesomely doing well. The issue of Hearts of Folk, in about 2 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, I said this thing here that there should be a proper measure talking of their striking forces and their striking abilities. Because if my memory serves me right after Hamza Issa's 13 goal in the league, that was even before he was promoted to the senior side. He isn't scoring like those years as of now. Right from the exit of this player that went to FC Zurich, Daniel Friedebania. There hasn't been a single season that has a folk who have one of their strikers scoring at least 10 goals.
To put things into context, we are talking about their home form, and just to buttress the point that I'm making, since October, the beginning of October. Last year, Accra Hearts of Folk has scored. Their home fans have seen them score five goals. 5 goals in 6 months playing football at home.
So it tells us one thing, that they are doing well defensively. Agreed. Because in their last 4 games, played against Dreams FC, played against Bechem, they played against Brekum Chelsea, and recently against Basakeoli Stars. They didn't concede.
Yeah.
It's one of the fantastic records for a team like Hearts of Folk. It tells us that as of now, their defensive shape is gradually moving on top. With the presence of Kelvin Osesibe, Mohamed Ali Company, Emmanuel Amankwa, and the likes. But truthfully, for a team to win a trophy or for a team to be winning glories, there is this thing, and it is factual. If you are unable to score more goals, it can't win you trophies. For a team to be winning trophies, you should be able to be scoring. For you to defend matches or defend games, it just gives you 3 points and stuff. But for you to be able to win trophies, you should be able to be scoring goals. For instance, Bayer Leverkusen won the Bundesliga last season.
Yeah.
They scored as many as 70 goals, considered less. Bayern now is on the verge of winning the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
As of now in the Bundesliga, they've scored 67 goals. They've conceded only 17. So it speaks volumes and shows us that if you want to win a trophy, you should be able to be scoring enough goals.
You should be defensively solid as
well. Solid, and offensively you should be up there. But here is the case. You have Maoli Wayo, one of the fantastic forwards you can have in the Ghana Premier League. He's not performing to that task, to that level. Hamza Issa, he's been on and off. For him, I understand psychologically he isn't sound.
He isn't there at the club.
Exactly.
Psychologically.
We just see him physically, but psychologically, Hamza Issa isn't in the House of Folk setup. There is this player in Henry Kwame Boateng, one of the finest forwards you can have, being on the right wing or the left wing. But we are not seeing him perform at that particular level. They have George Parkun. He is not performing at that standard. In fact, in the last 15 games, so perhaps forwards are actually goals. More 5 of them. From the midfield, defensively, they provide goals for Hearts of Folk. The moment a team gets to that level, it becomes a problem. I said this thing that mathematically, Hearts were having the opportunity to win the league. That was from the math aspect. But realistically, they cannot win it.
Right now, even mathematically, it's still the case.
Yes.
They are just 5 points behind
exactly.
the league leaders.
But realistically,
they are not.
They are not ready to win the league. Not to talk of playing in Africa.
This is very interesting. Viewers, let us know your thoughts, your concerns about this particular statistic. Now, to put things into perspective, Accra Hearts of Folk have been on a 1-goal project. The last time they scored more than 1 goal at home was on 23rd May 2024, That is almost a year ago. And before that as well, the next time, that was when they scored 3-0 against, that was when they won 3-0. That is against their counterparts. I'll get that team out there.
Tuesday will be Accra Lions.
3-1 against Accra Lions. Yeah, right. Sure. And then before then, that was on 23rd May. Before then, the next time they scored more than 2 goals at home was on 8th March against Young Apostles. So when you look at their form, they've been horrendous at home. Since October began, last year October, 6 months, and then they can count just 5 goals scored in the league at home. It actually begs a lot. We are streaming on Facebook, we are streaming on YouTube as well, so you can go there, send me your comments, and we'll be kind enough to read them. Just go on Facebook, go on YouTube as well, look for Clog TV, and then send me your comments. We'll be able to read them live for you. If you want to send us a WhatsApp message as well, you can text us via 050-050-0421. 050-050-0421. That's the number that you can send us a WhatsApp message on, and then we'll be kind enough to read them for you. Accra Hearts of Oak and their woes at home. Well, it may seem as though they are performing very well, having 41 points on the board when it comes to the league, with the leaders having 46 points. You would think that maybe they are performing well, they are doing something. 9 games to go, they might actually be in the fight for the league. But when you look at their home form, 5 goals in 6 months at home, it's not something to write home about. It's not a mark of champions. So something has to be done about it if Coach Masood Didi Dramani and his boys have to do something to win the league. Your closing comments on this particular one, Landlord?
Well, I think, as I said earlier on, before Benito came in, the team need a proper, they should come and borrow my 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance, because look at the statistics that you've given us. The last time they scored 3 goals, 2024.
2025.
2025.
25, yeah, that is 23rd March.
23rd March. Almost, we are in the year now. May. So 2 months
to 1 year.
And
then we hear no free where the next time Omoshe 2 goals at home was on 8th March. That's against Young Apostles. Yeah. 8th March. That was when they scored 2 goals at home.
And it is sad. So at times when you go to the Legon Stadium to watch them, the things that you'll be saying or doing is really bad. I think they need to work on it. We've seen teams that are not ready to play in a competition. Let's use your own Arsenal as an example. Previous years, Arsenal will be fighting for Premiership, fighting for Champions League. But at the end of the day, Nisanka. But check the stats now. You could see clearly, say, okay, if Arsenal continue like this, in the next 4-3 years, they will be able to do what? To take. Why are we saying Arsenal will take the league this season? Because of the things that they've done in the previous years, they are carbon here, so they are winning the league this year. As you said, all us go for Accra Suffolk to win the league this year. Because Sunday game, if they won, it could be like 2 points away from Mediama, which is bad. So I think the management and the board or anyone involved in Accra Suffolk should put their leg down, fix the team, because now Suffolk has a team. Right now, Kevin Osesibe is not playing next week Sunday. They will get a replacement. Baba Damu is there. Daniel Afrani can play in that same position. I always say Suffolk is a team that has a double pivot in every position that they play. Double. So I think they should look at their goalkeeper. Agbeshi, Asari clean sheet, which is good for the team. So I think they should put their legs down, work things towards the future, and we'll see how best they can go about it for us.
Benito,
yes, sir.
They should put their legs down, work things towards.
I'm trying to go through the archives, and the last time they won 3-1 at home, it was a front 3 of Mauli Wayo, a Free Boating, and Kwame Boating.
Yeah.
But then go through the scorers. It was between Inokasu Bonting, Hamza Issa, and Kwesi Asma.
Yeah. None of the strikers scored.
With the exception of Hamza Issa.
Okay.
So if you are scoring 3 goals, whereas out of the 3 goals, 2 goals came from, let's say, midfielders. What does it tell you? I've read so many commentaries on Didi Dramani should be sacked and stuff. Yes. Because to me, from my journalistic point of view, who replaces Didi Dramani when he is sacked? as of now, who replaces him?
And it's not as though the record was more impressive under Ouattara, because under Ouattara they were losing games easily.
Exactly.
But now they have a defensive core.
Sure.
When you are building teams, you actually start from a point. You build your defense, you go into midfield, make sure that you stabilize it, and then you crown it up with the attack, because it's defense that wins titles.
Yeah.
So you can see that Accra House of Oak are doing just that, making it very difficult for them to concede goals. And in turn, they have dried up their forward line. As you're talking about, Maoli Wayo, fantastic player. Yeah. Hamza is a very good player.
But we are not seeing them.
We are not seeing any of those things. And Hearts of Oak, the teams, when you go down in memory, the Hearts of Oak teams that always won titles, the Hearts of Oak teams that performed in Africa and beyond, were teams that had a very potent strike force. I'm talking about the years of Prince Tego, the Prince of Goals. I'm talking about the years of
Mahatma
Otu,
yes,
and
Ishmael
Addo,
yes,
and co. So these are players that are known to be potent players up front. The Hearts of Oak are not traveling or going down that same trajectory, and it's something that they should actually see. Maybe they should come and borrow Azikopoku's 5-piece and maybe place him on there as a right back to be overlapping and giving some crosses.
No, with that one, no, because they've already caused those harms. Why that face? No, but we are trying to solve those problems for Hearts of Oak.
Yeah.
Talking of the striking problems and issue, because they want to solve it, they signed Asamoah Boateng from Nations FC. Yeah. He performed very well at Nations, but Oba Hearts of Oak, no, maybe. Player no man goes and they went in for Seth Osei, formerly of Ashanti Gold.
Yeah, a very good player.
Yes,
fantastic.
He didn't succeed. I'm going.
Seth Osei is still at the club, but he's left.
He's left already. He's gone out of the country. Yes.
Said they won 6 months ago.
When Nimpo, we also about matches, we do simple name Hearts of Oak. And remember landlord because they've done those mistakes already. We wouldn't recommend they continue doing such mistakes by signing landlord as their right back. I'm not disputing the qualities of my brother, but as of now,
please dispute it. Please dispute it.
Oh no, he has the qualities, but he isn't up to that level to be playing for Hearts of Oak. That is the truth. That is the truth.
So should we move on, or you want to finish?
Okay. That's it.
So we'll be moving on to the next story, where we are talking about CID boss Lydia Donko, who has provided an update on the issue concerning Kotoko's fan favorite. Kotoko's favorite fan. That is
Nana Poli.
Nana Poli. Yes. God bless his memory. God bless his name. And he, there's been some updates on him. I want you guys to just talk about a little, Benito, if you can touch on it.
This particular thing, let me choose my words carefully because it's more or less from a security something. So at exactly February 2, 2025 was his first anniversary after his demise. And I've had the opportunity to listen to that press briefing from the CID headquarters, most especially from the woman's own mouth. That is COP Lydia Donko, right? I want to say this, but I don't know if it would sound trivial or something. From your preamble, you said they've given update on the situation.
Yes.
Maybe I do not understand the meaning of update. Because whatever thing they spoke about within the press briefing concerning Nana Poli's death is known already. I didn't see any update in that particular press briefing. That is issue concerning Nana Poli's death. Personally, I didn't see any update. Okay, the CID is working tirelessly to find the victim or the culprit. Okay, is there an update? We know that thing already. Okay, they made mention of the IGP is working hand in hand with the division in around in Swaziland too. We know those things already. I was very elated when I saw this notification that they are about to give press briefing and giving updates on the cause of Nana Poli's death. With the anticipation that and now we've found the person's whereabouts. He is here, he is there. As of now, 1 year down the lane, we are yet to hear In fact, that was the real update. Personally, I was waiting for. But with all these things, I didn't see anything that was updated in whatever thing they spoke about. You know, the moment such things keep happening, and why 1 year, and it is not as if we've learned lessons from it. We are still hearing hooliganism here and there. Actually, say nothing has really changed. That is from my perspective. I do not know of somebody's idea or opinion, but realistically, after another police incident, in Tokwensi was stadium BMana. I don't want us to succumb to one thing. You know, someone killed someone for 3 points. 1 year, we are yet to find who did that particular thing. Member said, but two team said, then I also do same for 3 points. I don't know if you understand my point. Yeah. This issue is very sensitive. That is why I'm choosing my words carefully.
It's a serious matter.
The moment someone gets to understand that, hey, Obi ye before 3 points, 1 year, it's not as if I am instigating anyone. No. But Obi ye 1 year, and you must make for 3 points. In the real Ghanaian mindset or in the real Ghanaian atmosphere, Nana ya ye bone ya mono, and you must make what are we trying to infer? But my point is, at this point in time, after 1 year, and why that is why they be a camera phone, you know. If something happens, a day or two, pictorial projections are so that the people involved, the persons involved, will be held accountable. 1 year on, most of the press briefing about agreed. I don't know if you've had the opportunity to listen to that press briefing. So personally, nothing was updated in there.
So based on what she said, I just want to read the quotes that she actually made. The Sunyani CID is actively pursuing credible leads which could lead to the arrest of anyone involved in this crime.
We know this thing already.
The cold case unit is also actively reviewing several other cases not listed.
We know already.
Now, this UP, Lydia Donko said
we know all these things already.
And she said that this update comes amid intense pressure from football fans and officials, including Ghana Football Association President Kurt Okreku, who are fanning the flames to actually make sure that justice is served. Landlord, just quickly give a pointer before we go on our break.
Well, I think Benito have said it, but a quick one. I think I always see we don't learn from the past. What happened to polling, and we've not learned anything. Things are being happening, stadiums, even around this world, aside football, things are being happening. So I think we need to sit up as a country and as a football nation to work things out. And I think, as Benito said, this press briefing, they didn't go into details for us. We need details. We need results. That's the only thing that we want.
We need details. We need results. I'm sure you do need to as well. We'll be going for a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll be reading your messages. We'll be taking it to the next trajectory. We've got a lot of things to discuss on Clog Sports, your ultimate and number one sports show in the nation. Don't go anywhere. We are still with you. Yes, and we are back here still on the nation's ultimate and number one sports show, Clog Sports. And I'm here with Isaac Opoku, aka the landlord of Ghana football and the champion of champions, Champion Benito. We're just talking about Accra Hearts of Oak, and then there are, if there are better words for it, you should tell me. But at the moment, 5 goals in 6 months means that their home form is really abysmal when it comes to scoring goals at home. And then we've also talked about the Nana Police case. We'll be summarizing on that before we move on to what we have next to discuss. We'll be talking about the Champions League. We'll be talking about the fixtures, the results. Did you think that Newcastle's penalty that they were given against actually should have stood, or do you think that there was a little bit of a reaction on Daniel Olmo's part? We'll be discussing all of that later in the European segment of this particular sports show. And Benito,
yes,
let's wrap up on Napoli before we continue.
Sure. So I understand how his family feels, because during their recent appearance at the court, one of the family members said that they feel neglected. It's as though their family member, showed or gave his all to Ghana football with the issue, from the aspect of promotions and stuff. But within this period of his demise, it is as though the GFA, the Ghana Police, whosoever that has a hand in it, isn't working to that perfection. But let's see how things unfold, most especially after this press briefing from the CID headquarters. I know, in fact, I believe in the security services. When they want to work, when they want to do it, fine. Recently, these cameras in and around towns and on our streets and stuff, I had opportunity to, enter that room for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And why? One nam crew now say, be careful. If Ghana Police wants to work, they can work from they said in Tumadani, from top to down. Yes. So I strongly believe in them. I know their potentials and what they can do. So, but it's as though a child 1 year and the culprit is yet to be found. It raises a lot of concerns. But as I said earlier, I have belief in them. They can do it. It's just on their fingertips. They can do it without any problem.
They can surely do it without any problem, and then we'll be moving on to the Ghana MTN FA Cup, where the draw has been done. On 7th March, the draw came up at the MTN house, and then now the fixtures are in, the venues are set. Now, on Saturday, 14th March, that's this coming Saturday, we have Adriana FC playing against Techiman Liberty at 3 p.m. And then on Sunday, the following day, still at the Nana Akufo-Addo Ball Park, you have Nations FC playing against Berkum Chelsea in an all-Premier League encounter. So that's 14th to 15th March, the venue is set. And then when we go to Cape Coast Stadium on 15th March, Sunday, we have Dreams FC playing Heart of Lions. That's going to be an interesting one as well. And then that's at 3 p.m. And then same 15th, we have Atram Deveza playing against Midiama Sporting Club. Interesting fixtures there. Benito,
yes, sir.
For landlord, I'll give you a take on this particular one. Adriana Stars Techiman Liberty happening 14th on Saturday, 3 p.m. and at the Nana Akufo-Addo Ball Park.
And it's going to be a very difficult game. Maybe I do need here. We are still separating the men from the boys. This MTN FA Cup is also opportunity for you to win your CAF Confederation. So Mediama is in, Adriana Stars is in, Lions is in, Dreams FC is also in. So it's going to be a very interesting weekend at the various centers, the 2 centers where they are playing the game. I still go for this Atram Visa for Nana. They are doing wonders. They are doing fantastic. They are doing great in this MTN FA Cup. For Mediama, it is up to them for them to concentrate on one. It's either you concentrate on the league or the FA Cup, because the league, you are in a comfortable lead. But what I saw over the weekend when they played and they lost 2-1 at Takwa TNA, keep on so wakukudro, wakuchepinati, wasachegu. It is well. We've understand the football. The first old Ghana football and by this time this keeper will be in danger. But all the same, we understand the meaning of the football, so we all know say it is part of the game. Whether you win, you lose, or you draw, you make a mistake, it's all part of the game. So now it's going to be very interesting on 14th and 15th. I'm still waiting for a Trump divisor. I'm just hoping. The last time a Division 1 or Division 2 won the FA Cup is a very long time. I stand to be corrected because the Premier League has been winning it. Folk won it. Kotoko won it. Samates and those kind of people also won it. So we're just hoping that this Division 1 side also should win it so that they have a feel of the CAF confederation so that so when they win it, probability of them playing at the Accra Sports Stadium is very high. So the fans at their home side will travel to the Accra Sports Stadium to come and watch. So I think for me personally, I'm just rooting for them to lift the MTN FA Cup.
To lift the MTN FA Cup at Trump Division, it remains to be seen whether that's going to be a reality. Benito?
Yes. There is always a clear difference between dreams and realities. Yes. What landlord is talking about is a wonderful projection about dreams and realities. It's not going to happen. Even if a Division 1 side wins the MTN FA Cup, they do not have that financial muscles to go for the CAF Confederation.
So it's not going to be a reality.
Exactly. So it's a dream. Exactly. It's still a dream. Yes, it would be an interesting weekend. Unfortunately, you see that passion to be traveling to those centers. Yes. And yes, I can make Cape Coast, but then. All in all, you have a
so
many dying. Many dying.
You are speaking in parables.
To send me and then someone is secretly recording another person on video in the MCR room. You don't even know what's going on.
Okay, that's fine.
So dying will be dying. I'm also speaking in parables.
I understand. Looking at Adriana Star Football Club, how they managed to eliminate Kumasi Asante Kotoko within that all controversial game, and then finally won within penalty shootout. Then I have this message for Atapoku and his boys. Realistically, they can't win the Ghana Premier League. It is between Mediama and Gold Stars as of now. There is no way Adriana Stars can win it.
The Ghana Premier League?
Yes, you can add your mathematics to it. I have no problem with you. But realistically, and for whoever that have followed the Ghana Premier League in the last 10 years, it is going to the Western period.
Hey.
No explanation.
So who are the teams in the Western? Don't tell us.
It is between Mediama and Gold Stars. Yes. It is between Mediama and Gold Stars.
So the Gold Stars, after winning the league last season, will win the FA Cup?
No, I'm talking about the league.
The league?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So they retain it.
That one too, there is a history about it. With the exception of Kotoko and Haas, there is no team in the Ghana Premier League that defended it. With the exception of Kotoko and Haas. And those things that they were doing for them to be retaining their leagues or their Gold Stars didn't do that level to, defend it 2 consecutive times. We will talk about that one later on.
So you think it's going to Mediama?
I've not said anything, but I said that it is definitely going to Western.
It's definitely going to Western. What is also going on in this show is you sending messages to us, and I'll be reading some of them. This one is Kofi from Patasi. Says, you guys are doing marvelously well. Shout out to the team and the producer for feeding us up-to-date stories. So this is coming from Kofi from Patasi. And someone is also saying that can't wait to see Manchester United in the UEFA Champions League next season. This is Abweni from 37. We'll be talking about that later on in the show. So yes, these are a few messages that are making around. I'll be talking about them. This is out of context, but there's been a new ban, or there's been a ban on a certain Ghanaian player who found out that he was going to be banned in January. He was signed to a team in the United States of America. So he knew that at the end of this particular investigation, I am likely to be banned. So he just parted ways mutually with his club, which is Los Angeles FC. And then he moved from America and the MLS, and he moved to China in the Chinese Super League, where he's playing at the moment. He's a 28-year-old left-footed Ghanaian player, a very, very brilliant guy by all standards when it comes to the way he performs on the pitch. But then there are some habits that die hard. And I'm sure this one has actually followed him even through his professional career. I'm talking about Yao Yeboah, who has been banned for engaging in betting. That's this particular player, Yao Yeboah. I watched him from the under-17 and the 20s. A very wonderful player, talented player by all standards. One fantastic left-footed player. And he's been banned from actually playing in the MLS. So he will no longer be playing forever, perpetually in the MLS. I don't know how he'll be engaged in any capacity. That means maybe coaching-wise, he will not be able to do that. And he's been banned. So, landlord, for betting, Yao Yeboah has been banned.
And now it's very sad for a young player like Yao Yeboah. As you said in your early submission from the under-17, he's a very good player. When we talk about Yao Yeboah, people were saying that he's the one who was supposed to replace Christian Achu in the Blaster because the similarities are the same. But now it's very disappointing, but I'm a little bit happy. The ban doesn't mean say you're banning the Ombobo or Krebimo, but we've banned him because they're like Ombobo or US. That is the meaning of the ban. So he's still playing in China right now. So I think it's a very good one for him. I think it's a lessons that we need to learn. Even as we cry, we sit here. Wherever you are, there are rules and regulations. When you go to room, they say do what the rooms do. As we sit here, there are rules and regulations guiding us as we are in this house. So we need to abide by it. As a footballer, you're not supposed to involve yourself into betting. You are not supposed to involve yourself into betting. Which I'm sure, say, you know, but I don't know what is wrong with this Ghanaian and our African players. So I think it's lessons learned. We need to be very, 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 very careful. As we sit here, I know people who do that. I don't want to mention names, right? I'm very careful with mentioning names. So I don't want to mention names. So please, sorry for Yao Yeboah, but it's good that he's playing in China. He's a very good player now.
Very good player.
Very, very good player. I watched him when he was playing for MLS. He was in the same team with this guy, Jonathan Mensah.
That's Columbus Crew.
Yeah.
Before he left there and then went to...
So it was Jonathan Mensah, Yao Yeboah, and Harrison Affo.
Yes.
These three people were playing the same team in MLS, which they were performing very well.
I mean, Yao Yeboah has also received some call-ups to the national team, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. He's a very, very good player. But unfortunately, betting has taken the better
it's all
of
good.
his
it's all
professional
good.
career.
It's good that it's not for live band, but it's just in the US. So I think he should perform very well in China. Right now, so China League, is out. So it's good for him. Let him go and enjoy the weather.
Benito.
Yes, sir.
Yao Yeboah banned.
It's unfortunate because throughout this period, Ghana doing the NAM airwaves in himself.
When you go.
Ghanaian sensation, Ghanaian wonder kid. That has been the lead. But, when you have name, it has the advantages and disadvantages aspect. He wasn't the only player that received that sanction. But the other player, it's as though we've kept silence on him.
Derrick Jones.
Yes.
Yes, Derrick Jones.
Yes, his image popped up when we talked of Yao Yeboah.
Yeah.
Now, to the issue. It is becoming a norm that wherever there is sports, there is betting. It is becoming a norm. But then, as Lando was saying, there are rules and regulations that govern anything on this earth, anything at all. Anything at all. Anything you can think of.
Yeah.
So, wait, anything at all.
BBBR rules and regulations. These guys in this studio.
I know, right?
Yeah, so if you are ready to be doing those things, be ready and be ready to accept its rules and regulations. I don't know why I'm still laughing, but maybe you got my assertion
rules
wrong. You got my assertion wrong.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate that he's been involved in such thing. But going forward, it's a lesson to all of us all. Because do you know that even even we sports journalists, we are not allowed to be betting.
Yes.
Yes. Most especially, when I'm front runners, yeah, they say we are finna ever. When I'm paying for you are not allowed to bet. You get my point. But to say the mechanic, it goes hand in hand. Even as of now, there are certain leagues that do not accept betting sponsorship because it is believed that the moment you accept their sponsorship, they can, one way or the other, influence the game.
Yeah.
We can't eliminate betting from the sports, no, because back we will say, do not just enjoy the game; you have to make money out of it. So, in as much as you are enjoying it, in fact, what will make you enjoy to the fullest is the money. Sikashi obotoma na aju ani pa.
And also the akumare na.
You get my point. And so, as I said earlier, it's an unfortunate thing. But going forward, anything that we are doing, we should be ready to be applying the rules that govern it. That's all. So that you wouldn't find yourself in hot waters. In fact, in the last 5 days, he has been trending. And this kind of trends, and trend, Papa, it isn't the trend that somebody will be wishing for. But a CAV, Obibaka said he isn't the first player to be announced that he's been involved in betting. Sandro Tonali, other players, they were all involved.
Yeah. But for him to be banned perpetually from the league.
That is the point. That is where the issue becomes more critical.
Lifetime ban.
Yes.
In the MLS.
And the moment a lifetime ban is placed on you,
that means what he did was
psychologically, yes.
It was serious.
And, as young as he is, I know that naturally he isn't planning to retire anytime soon.
28.
At any moment, at any point in time, if someone wants to know you well, goes to Google and just type your name, that will be the first thing that comes up. No, sorry. If you go...
Mr. Okay, guys, keep your messages coming in 0500. Keep your messages coming in 0500500421. That's the number that you can text us a WhatsApp message on. Benito, I'll allow you to enter, but Mr. Robert from the lifetime ban.
Oh no, lifetime ban in the it will be asem. It's not in connection with you.
Okay.
Oh God, yeah, one of the genuine people I've seen on earth. Into your born and you will see. He's gone for all night.
Yeah.
He's gone for.
And then when you know your name, it's the loyalty meetings that we'll be hearing about.
Yes.
Talking about loyalty meetings.
Aside from the loyalty meeting, issues concerning women.
Hey,
he's very loud.
He's an advocate for women's sports.
Yes.
He loves the Black Queens.
Yes.
And
I always want to bring them close to me, help them and stuff like that.
Landlord was one of the few people that I felt for them when the women's AFCON was postponed.
Oh,
yes.
Morocco.
Oh, they postponed the AFCON, the women's AFCON. Because I was going.
He made all the available plans to be there. Oh. And he postponed mobile pa.
South Africa.
Oh no, I have no problem with the location.
You just want to go and watch the
Iran. Just that reservations no it's not refundable.
I was really good. I wanted to go and support the ladies.
But we're making hotel arrangement in Nadida.
I was supposed to go and be with them. No, be with them and support
it's unfortunate.
them.
I'm sure they will compensate you.
Yeah, I'm sure they will compensate. If you want to actually talk about compensation in that regard, you can text us on 0500500421. This and many more are we discussing on Clog Sports, your ultimate and number one sports show in the nation. And we have some more messages here. This one is coming from good afternoon, Nana. I'm King from Dome, and I want to join the Loyalty Brothers. I said, talking about Loyalty Brothers, this message is coming in from King from Dome. We also have, it's so for our darling hearts of folk, but still never say die. Masters, phobia. This is Ninoy from Aoshi. He's saying that until the bones are rotten, he's still with them. And now, away from all of that, just because we are talking about the national teams, we've talked about the women, the AFCON being postponed. Now, let's talk about the senior national team, the Ghana Black Stars. Recently, we saw that their budget had come out, and then there were a lot of people talking about the budget as to whether the money is okay, whether it is enough or it's not enough, the allocations for the team and all that. Now, there is one honorable called Edem Agbana. He's come out to say that it won't make sense spending $90,000 on the supporters when the infrastructure is there. This is what he's saying. It won't make sense spending 90,000 United States dollars on supporters. That is traveling supporters. And we know that apart from that, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has also arranged for policemen to actually go based on the advice of the Minister for Sports and Recreation, Honorable Kofi Idi Adams. He's actually come out to say that policemen are even going to be there to know how to control crowd when it comes to football. Now, this minister or this member of parliament, Honorable Agbana, has come out to say that spending $90,000 on supporters for the Black Stars for the World Cup is not when it comes to priority. It's not of a higher priority when it comes, because there's infrastructure, even there's sporting infrastructure there that we need to focus on. This is what this man is saying. I don't know what your thoughts on that. Supporters going.
Massive respect to him as an MP, but precisely for Ketu North.
Yes.
And a member of the NDC, the ruling party. I take his comment from two sides. First of all, he should give us a break. Yes, first of all. My reason being that, since when did he know, or since when did he realize that there are sporting infrastructures that needs to be done before we qualify for the World Cup? Since when? And I feel no other. Secondly, who told him that those budgets allocated for World Cup are the monies that are supposed to be used in creating infrastructures for the sporting disciplines? Min kind book could be a home da. And then why? These people, they shouldn't, be talking like that. This isn't the first time we are going for the World Cup. Since 2006.
Yeah.
We were there in 2010.
Yeah.
We were there in 2014. We were there in 2022. And now 2026. Truth is that at any point in time when we are going for this Mundial, these things happen. I'm surprised he's a member of the ruling party talking like that. I'm very surprised. That is it from there. But from the only aspect I would agree, even with that, it will be partial. They should bring out proper measures as to how those monies should be used. That is my problem now. That is my point. So for him to be saying that there is no need for that $90,000 for fans, and no. Do you know how much money England will be spending on their fans? Not long ago, within this AFCON that was held in Morocco, DR Congo, Ivory Coast, Morocco, the Morocco itself. Obiani Honuma or two ticket to stadium called AFCON. If you're a Moroccan, yes, they made provisions for them. Do you know why? They understood the idea of home support. And so within their matches, they were having the highest number of supporters at various stadia. No, I can't say, no, he should give us a break, I repeat. But then, if he wants to protect the public purse, they should bring out clear outline. There should be clear footprint as to how those monies will be used. If that is the aspect he's coming from, I'm with him, even with that, partially. But for him to say this, uncomfortable.
So, this is what he said. This is my very personal view, and I hope I'm not misquoted. I have tried some rough calculations on what would cost the government to send a single supporter to the World Cup, even just for the group stages. If you ask me, I do not think the government should invest public funds to take supporters there. He said if you take one supporter out, it will cost around $9,000. That's per his calculation. if the government intends to send about 2,000 supporters, then we are talking about roughly $80 million. If you spread 2,000 supporters across the 276 constituencies in Ghana, each constituency will get less than 10 people. If you ask me to bring even 10 people from K2 North to the World Cup and spend about 90,000, I'd rather say use that money to build an AstroTurf or a sports complex in my constituency, he said. He emphasized that many Ghanaians are capable of traveling independently on their own. A lot of people travel on their own, and we also have many Ghanaians living in Mexico, the US, and then Canada, beyond the World Cup. And then those people living in and around that place will go and support the team. And say beyond the World Cup, you still have an AstroTurf or sports complex where young people can train and develop their talents. So this is what he is saying. And this is his point.
And I'm still holding my peace. Despite your details and stuff, I still hold my peace. That what he's saying from the political point of view or Canada, but realistically, and I mean, this isn't the first time you could work out the fans. And football without fans, it is meaningless.
So based on that, landlord, before you come in, I want to just talk about this thing that I've talked about. Whenever someone asks you that instead of using this money to do this, use it to do this, it will help you more. There is this particular, I don't know, fable or joke or something. There was a man that has been smoking about 7 packs of cigarettes a day.
Okay.
And 1 pack, let's say, is about 20 cedis. So he buys 7 packs
a day.
So 20 times 7, 140. In a day. Sure. This is how much he smokes. He spends on smoking. When you multiply it by 30, the number of days in a month, and you multiply
We're talking about 4,200.
And you multiply it by the number of
months we have in a year.
In a year.
Yes.
Then you'd roughly see how much he's spending on smoking in a day. Now, there was another person that came and wanted to give him financial advice.
Okay.
And said, "Oh, Mr. Man, you smoke 7 packs a day.
Yes.
The calculation, do you know that if you had not smoked 7 packs a day and you had smoked, let's say, you stopped smoking, you would be able to have, the man has been smoking for the past 20 years.
Okay.
So by this time, you would have your Ferrari, you would have a house built in East Legon and all that, the calculation I've done. So you shouldn't have been smoking. and
wasting that huge sums of money.
Yeah. And the man said, "Thank you very much. I've heeded your advice."
Okay.
The man went on to ask him, "Landlord, do you smoke?" He said, No, I don't smoke.
Obviously.
He said, "Then where is your Ferrari and where is your house at East Legon?"
That's right.
This is teaching us that, although it's funny and it's a fable, it's also teaching us that the monies that are allocated to certain things to be done in the community, are we ascribing those monies to use them for what they are supposed to do? Community development, the building of AstroTurf has its own stance in the budget of sport.
Sure.
Monies allocated for fans travel, monies allocated for to support supporters union, traveling to Chad. Where is it that when we were traveling to Chad to go and play Chad, when people were taking buses and they're traveling over deserts and all that to support the Black Stars, this accession never came.
Okay.
However, when it's time, not to say reward loyalty of the Black Stars, but when it's time to show some kind of other appreciation to fans who have supported the Black Stars through thick and thin.
Exactly.
Now there's a whole accession and calculation about it
to
a place where maybe it might be lucrative. You follow the Black Stars to Chad. You follow the Black Stars to Central African Republic.
To Nigeria.
As a supporter. You followed Black Stars to Nigeria, where they were beaten. None of these calculations were done for you then. All of a sudden, you are following the Black Stars to Canada or US and Mexico. And now there are sports analysts and scientists, politicians who have turned that, and it's not sitting well with a lot of them. So, Honorable Agbana, do you smoke 20 packs of cigarettes a day? If you don't, then show us your Ferrari, show us your Lamborghini and the house at East Legon.
I'm just going
that
through certain things about him, and around age 35, the youth will be highly disappointed in him. Honorable Eric Agbana, yes, the youth will be highly disappointed in him because, exactly what you pinpointed. Those monies are not for the construction of astroturfs. Clearly, we have allocations for the building of infrastructures and those things. If our infrastructure back to North, he should find a proper channel. Or the World Cup and so they are. You better transfer vote to hockey to North. You.
Landlord, let's get your comments on this.
A quick one. I'm just enjoying the conversation with you and Benito. I think I always say this thing. These are people there. It's just English. The man spoke English. Yes. Brofun Okai. Mami Kanichi Brofun Okai. Brofun Okai, Chris will explain mine. But he didn't explain to Waka Brofun. It is meant for us
to interpret.
I think if he's saying this thing, then starting from 2006, once he can hear we need to account for that money.
Those appearance fees,
2006,
performance fees,
2010, 2014. We need to account for that money. If that is what the Honorable Minister is saying.
Honorable MP.
He's
not a minister yet.
Benito said something. Said, football without supporters, it is the most dangerous thing. We will send influence out in the world. I'm just being truthful. The we will send influence. The second one is say, "What for about we girlfriend be 10 work on air call wait." No for another call. No way you ever catch us on any mammy na kasa 11 o'clock. And so ne mammy na TV so because on any mammy kasa phone so. That's the most second dangerous thing.
But because landlord is saying this thing, we'll talk about what he has been posting on his status lately. Snap. We'll talk about that. It looks like someone is going through something.
Yeah.
But you continue.
We'll get there. So then I think we don't need this thing now. That I want to deviate from where we are. We don't need this thing now. We are focused. Next 2 weeks, we are playing 2 crucial friendly matches. That is what the boys need. So all this agenda about money, traveling supporters to taking police, we don't need this thing right now. We focus. Because now, as the three of us sit here, and Benito has different mindset about this blaster. My mindset about this blaster is say we are getting 7 points to qualify to the next stage. It will be catching me say we shouldn't take supporters. We should use this money for this thing. You are distracting me. As I sit here, distracting me with your English. We are focused. I watch an interview right now on social media. I don't know if it's an old video about Jordan Ayew. He said something perfect. Two sides. He said, we don't need any additional players in the team. That is what Jordan said as a captain. And people are bashing him. So why did he say? For me personally, what the captain said is true. Because the boys has fought. We've seen the agenda on social media. Although it's not part of our topic. Bringing the day to go to the World Cup. I've said this thing. If we take the day to the World Cup, I will run the serious demonstration. I'm not saying he's not a good player,
but he's performing well in his club. But if you look at what he's doing for NAC,
about 5 matches,
I'm sorry to announce to you
that he's going.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless something unusual happens, the day will be at the World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, and even away from performance-wise, you need a player like him. You need someone with his voice.
If we say this thing now. This last match of the World Cup was the AFCON national team. AFCON that was his time that he was supposed to say, so I am done with the national team. I'm not saying he's not a good player. Now he said, look at the goal that he scored over the weekend for NAC. Brilliant goal, banana. We have people.
You know, NAC Breda were bottom of
so right now they are moving.
Right now they are
when I saw him sign for that team, so okay, the day is up to something. He's just going to do wonders at that NAC and so that we get a call up. I'm not saying that
he's doing the wonders.
No, he's doing a banana. We don't need this. We don't need him. This
NAC Breda.
Add the Breda to it. That's one of my favorite teams. NAC Breda.
Yes.
So I think that we don't need all these agendas. We are focused. We are staying focused and those kind of things. So for what the MP said, I always say Brofun Okai.
Okay, so we'll be talking about another player, another person, away from Dede. Let's talk about another player who has been shining. One player that we may be seeing at the World Cup. He's a right winger. He plays for Rapid Vienna in Austria.
Yeah.
His name is Daniel Nunu. Very fantastic player by all standards. He plays on the right wing for Rapid Wien in Austria. Rapid Wien, when you look at their games, they are going to play Salzburg, which is one of the biggest team in Haaland's former team, that is in Austria. So now, that is the caliber of matches that he plays in. And a lot of people are shouting that he should be included in this particular squad for the World Cup. He is 19 years of age, very pacey. Very. I'll take Benito's comment on Daniel Nuno for a bit before you continue.
Yes. Anyway, yes. Thank you for this discovery. In fact, I've known him, and it makes it lovely. So he's one of the young guys that has been raising the flags of Ghana higher. And I've known him for a while. He plays very well, predominantly as a right winger, but he can be used as number 10. He said he can number 10. Yes, in fact,
and he's two-footed too.
Exactly.
You don't even know whether he's right-footed or he's left-footed.
Sure. He's a super talent, and one thing I know for sure is that he's now one of the few teenagers that the world must wait for. Very, very influential and very, very talented. As of now, in and around the city of Vienna, or Vienna, yes, anyways, he's gradually becoming one of the fans' favorites. We're talking of the players around the Austrian league, signing autographs here and there, and in fact, he's a super talent. In short, he's a super talent. You were talking of maybe monitoring him for the Black Stars. I think and believe that it's early days yet. Because at age 19, he still has opportunity to be playing under U20, under the U23.
No, but when you are good, you are good.
Sure, no two ways about that. We saw Mbappe playing at the highest level for French national team.
Won the World Cup at 18.
Yes, he was a teenager. Yeah. I understand. But, within our system and within our environment, we wouldn't want to put this irrelevant pressure on a teenager who is rising to a particular level. You get my point?
Yeah.
I agreed. He's a fantastic player. One of the brightest porter as a Ghanaian. And with his exploit for Rapid Wien, I must say that he's delightful, and the world should just wait for him.
The world should definitely wait for him. Landlord.
I was just on my phone watching some of his video, and if you're a player and you have this both legs out, I feel very happy for you. And when I was watching this video, this player, former Arsenal player, just came into my mind, Santi Cazorla. He's a very good player, and we're just hoping that he gets the necessary things that you need to move. Playing in Austria, Rapid Vienna is not a small team. When you go to their now, when you talk about 4 teams in that country now, you can't go out without Rapid Vienna, and he's a Ghanaian too. So early days yet, 19 years, and he's fighting to be in the Black Star team. I think it's good, but I will always say this thing: when you give someone opportunity, that is where he will prove him or himself. Look at what happens to Benjamin Asari. Nobody knew say more Asari opportunity or be performing. So the amount of opportunity now, I'm just hoping that this friendly matches in the Yabefre near the Nakam, because Alain said 30th May is the final day for you to release your final squad to the World Cup. So I'm sure 4 friendly matches near the born, and the coach Aldo will call him and he will come and play. And then if he comes and perform very well, total performance. No, we have types of performance.
Take us through.
We have types of performance.
Take us through. Yes.
I said you have what? Types of performances. We have 3 types of performance. We have top performance, middle, average, God bless you, and lower. The performance that I'm talking about, so back no more a higher level ni be dinana.
That's the total performance we're talking about.
You do a blaster, because I wish we can get a video of the guy that we are talking about on our screen. He's a very good player. The 9-2 in a year juma now Fruaba na Jimono or the carbon copy.
I'm sure my producer is working on the video for us.
They are trying their person. He's a very good player. And we're just hoping that he will start from somewhere. And 90, we said that Mbappe won the World Cup 18 years. That will be in the history of Ghana football. Say we took a 19 years to the World Cup, and we were able to beat England, able to beat Croatia, able to beat Panama near the Kosa.
Near the Kosa. We'll wrap up with the Champions League. We mentioned that we'll be talking about the UEFA Champions League. Quickly, we'll look at the fixtures and the results that we particularly had. We'll start from yesterday. Galatasaray started with the early kick of 5:45 playing Liverpool. They beat Liverpool by 1-0. After that, it was Atalanta's turn to host Bayern Munich. And Atalanta did not actually do anything in that particular game. Looking at the scoreline, it looks as though Bayern Munich have their 1 foot already in the round of 8, beating Atalanta 6-1 away from home. Atletico Madrid on their wet, watery pitch hosted Tottenham. And within 30 minutes, they were already 4 goals up. And the game ended 5-2 in favor of Atletico Madrid. And yesterday, the game that ended in quite some controversial circumstances. Some people are saying the penalty was a clear penalty, and he had a kick at him. Even Eddie Howe said there was a touch. But was it warranted to be a penalty? Was that touch, if you have that touch outside the penalty area, is it going to be a foul? These are some of the discussions that are coming on. And it ended 1-1 in the St. James's Park. That's at the St. James's Park, I should say. That was the first leg of the round of 16, the early kickoff. That's the when you look at the log, the ones at the upper side. Now, the ones beneath will be having theirs today, and will be starting at 5:45 p.m. But Arsenal will be traveling to Bayer Leverkusen, and they will be playing Bayer Leverkusen away. Arsenal has 2 players who have previously played for Bayer Leverkusen, and they'll be traveling with the squad. I'm talking about Piero Hincapié, who is on loan from Bayer Leverkusen to Arsenal, loan with an obligation to buy for £42 million. And then we have Kai Havertz, who broke out as a 16 and 17-year-old player for Bayer Leverkusen. After that, we have Bodo Glimt, who will be hosting Sporting Club de Portugal. Sporting Club de Portugal, Sporting CP as we call them, will be playing against Bodo Glimt. This will be happening in Norway. And after that, we'll go to Paris in France at the Parc des Princes. And then we'll be seeing Chelsea travel there at 8 p.m. today to play against PSG, Paris Saint-Germain. And then the El Clasico of the Champions League, which we've been seeing lately, will crown it all at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu, where Manchester City will be traveling away with Erling Haaland and Antoine Semenyo, Jeremy Doku, all traveling away to go and face the champions of Europe, which is Real Madrid. These fixtures, quickly, I'll take your predictions, just a minute in all the matches, and then we'll quickly go. Arsenal, Bayern Munich, who is winning that game?
Arsenal, Bayer Leverkusen.
Bayer Leverkusen, I should say.
I think a massive win for Arsenal.
Massive win for Arsenal. So, Benito, Bodo Glimt, Sporting Club de Portugal.
It will be very tricky, but a win or draw or win for Bodo Glimt.
A draw or win for Bodo Glimt, and then we'll go to Paris Saint-Germain versus Chelsea, the Blues.
A win for Paris.
A win for Paris. And Real Madrid, El Clasico against.
Very crucial.
Very crucial game.
Yes, very crucial.
Looking at injuries and how that game is going to turn out.
A win or draw for Man City.
A win or draw for Man City come from you, Benito?
Yeah, sure. Because the last time they visited the Bernabeu, it was a 2-1 win for Man City. And at this point in time, all the odds are favoring Manchester City. All the odds are favoring Manchester City. But you know that when it comes to Real Madrid, it's when the odds are against them that they rise higher. Exactly.
Landlord.
I think I'll go for Madrid. The reason I'm going for Real Madrid is that although they have a lot of injuries, but this game is going to go for Vinicius Junior to prove a point in this game. So I think a slight win for Real Madrid will be good in this game. Okay,
so now a slight win for Real Madrid will be good on this particular one. A lot of messages coming in, and we'll be taking this particular one. This one is going to Francisca Arthur, who it's her birthday today. So Francisca, it's her birthday. Happy birthday to Francisca Arthur. And it is so, says that from her sons, Clifford and Mark, to her mother, that is Francisca Arthur. She's an ardent watcher of this particular show.
Wow.
So it's her birthday today, Francisca Arthur. So happy birthday to you, Madam Francisca Arthur. Wonderful birthday for you. And just before we wrap up, Benito, remember that we were talking about Daniel Nuno
and
his prowess. So I think my producer just hinted me that the video is ready. So for viewers who have not been able to see or catch a glimpse of him, I'm sure the video should be playing shortly. So we'll be talking about it. So that is Daniel Nuno, a 19-year-old Ghanaian younger trickster, plays with both left foot and right foot for Rapid Vienna. What a wonderful player he is. I'm sure if we should see him in the Black Stars colours, this friendly is coming up. Should he be called, I'm sure he will bring something different that the Black Stars have not seen.
Most especially the one against Austria. It would be around his vicinity. That wouldn't be a problem. And you know, as a right winger, very prolific and with a skill set technically, and he's able to, you know, swing in and out, and he's very prolific.
And he can also play as a number 10 as well.
Exactly.
So this is the player that we're talking about.
And I'm told that Borussia Dortmund are showing interest in him. So it's more likely that only if those negotiations goes through or goes as planned, he can be switching carpet from the Austrian league to the German Bundesliga.
I like the way you put it. He can be switching carpets from the Austrian league.
I think it's going to be a very good deal for him if he goes out, because we've known Dortmund for producing quality, total quality. For Dortmund producing that one. So I think he's going to be very perfect match in the Dortmund squad. I think he's good. And I'm just hoping that this guy succeed in football, because we've seen Ghanaian young guys from Oba. 1 or 2 reasons mean injuries and stuff like that. But we're just hoping that he will perform total. No, that's what I say. Total performance, high quality performance. It will be very happy for him as a young guy. 19 years, he has a long way. If all odds are on his side,
if all odds are on the side of the watcher. And thank you very much, because you've been with us loyal right from the beginning of this particular show to where we are climaxing it right at the moment. Benito and Landlord, thank you very much for today. I'll not take your last words because our time is fast spent. But I know the Loyalty Brothers are meeting, and then there's the Gobe party
so
happening as well.
We'll communicate with them through our socials and stuff like that, to tell them how things are being done. But it's officially, admission has been opened for people to join the Loyalty team.
And then your Gobe party?
It's still coming on. It's still coming. The sponsors are coming in. And if there's a lady here called Ifua, she said she's giving me 10,000 Ghana cedis to do the birthday. I see she's still giving me 10,000.
She's a wonderful lady.
Fantastic lady. Fantastic lady by all standards. Her birthday is on 27th March. That is on Friday.
Why do you have a birthday of her like
she's
that?
She's a friend.
It's something that we will discuss off studio. Landlord with a birthday in his head. 27th March. If I should ask Landlord when he was born again, you not tell me the date, but our dates we will need trim. Anyway, this is how we wrap up. Benito, you have your final words?
We're coming back on Friday.
We're coming back on Friday, definitely. This is how we wrap up Clog Sports, your ultimate and number 1 sports show in the nation. We'll call it a day, and we'll meet you on Friday. Arrivederci. We'll see.